Okay, so today is day 25 of the 30-day yapping challenge. 5 plus 2 equals 7. New cycle. Something like that. I don't know. I'm just guessing. But I got the message today to just be. Even if you're not doing anything, the mental struggle of, oh my God, I should be doing something, that doesn't help either. You have to wait for silence. Give yourself silence, mental silence, whether that's meditating or when Christ gave us the Lord's Prayer, it has a bunch of words in it. It's us saying all this stuff, but there's nothing in there about listening. The only thing that I remember in the Bible that talks about stillness is be still and know that I am God. And this whole thing about the separation between the ego and your spirit, it's for people who are intelligent, it's a little bit more difficult for them because they see themselves as a thinker. I see themselves as a high thinker, high processor. So for me to let go of my mind is to let go of the controller. And that requires faith. So if you think you're smarter than what God can provide, you're doing yourself a disservice. So that's what I kind of realized today. And when we talk about being, just being, it's not necessarily saying to be like a loser in the sense that there are opportunities that you're passing up. Because opportunities are going to be your bread and butter, not money. A lot of people are looking for money. Like me, I found myself looking for money. And despite the evidence in the past, so much evidence in the past of money not even being in the question of how I was going to live the next day. But a certain amount of that came from, I don't really know, but a lot of it comes from just like these bills that we have to pay, or that they make it seem like we have to pay. And my release out of that was not paying it, like to see how much things I could not pay for, because it was a routine where you routinely give something away that you got. But that's an illusion. When it comes to life, life happens all the time, and it changes, and it just puts you in different seats all the time. So when you let things come and go, and you treat everything as like an experience, as a movie, then it eliminates a lot of suffering. So not exactly hard work, because hard work is a gift if it's something that you want to do. Because I remember, putting together music when I was little. I remember washing cars when I was in Tennessee. And if it's something that I want to do, I will do it and not even be conscious of the time. And I'll just be thinking about the project itself. The example that was brought up to me was like music. Music, it resides really, really well with me. But when it comes to making music and you enter into the flow state, which, a lot of people are bringing up flow state right now. And it's crazy because I had just written a poem about flow state, and then all of a sudden I start seeing everything talking about flow state. And it's like they're trying to convince me of an idea of what flow state is, and I really just have to deny all of deny the direction that I'm being forced into. So wherever is like the most, forcefulness, like me, like convincing. Wherever there's the most convincing, it feels like in one area, that's when I start to turn away and decide, okay, that's not where I really need to be at. But flow state. When it comes to music, someone said that the music makes itself. And I really connected with that idea because when I was making music, I knew that it was all coming through me, but the decisions that I was making, they were all just like bright ideas and directional, sort of pulling me here and exploring in this certain area, and you find something that is that'll work. And that's what a lot of life is like, for me, is what I have to is the life that I have already been living. I just wasn't noticing it. I'm noticing it now, and I'm training myself to where the autopilot will engage. The real truth is that life is happening for me, and there's nothing that I can really do better than what life can do. And I know suffering comes to mind when people think about that. Like, well, why did I experience so much suffering? Why did all these bad things happen to me? Well, I know a portion of that can be explained through a process called transmutation. When something that you believe is to be something so evil that happened to you, it's kind of like a gift, but we don't know how to use it. So someone gives us this, right? And they may even apologize down the line and be like, oh, I'm so sorry I did this to you. Because most people can agree what they gave you was some BS, that was terrible by most accounts. And even you explain it to people, exactly what they gave you, and it's like, oh yeah, that was pretty trash. But when it comes to transmutation, what it is that they gave you, it is up to interpretation. Now, what it is in each individual instance, you have to be the alchemist in that situation to figure out what you got out of it. Because say you got jumped in the past. Like I had a friend when I was in jail, his son was in the streets, he was banging. And his ops noticed his dad when he was in jail, and they jumped him. It was like 7-1. And he was watching the TV in jail, sitting in the center of the jail, and he's like falling asleep watching the TV, and the kids are just waiting on him like hyenas. And they just jump on him. They punch him all in his face. They're beating all on him, stomping on him. Gave him, 2 black eyes, and I was wondering where the black eyes came from, but I never asked him. But, and a lot of people would think like, oh, my life is what poor luck that I have. I'm just getting beat up. I'm in jail. How could life get any worse? And I suppose one thing that you may be able to bring out of that is like, inner strength. I mean, you didn't die. I don't know. I'm not that good at this. But it's a thought that I'm trying, that I am investing in. Right now I have a few investment accounts that I continuously check on. But ideas, that's a major currency. It's an invisible currency. Ideas and the way life just takes you to these areas that you can explore if you have the right mindset, and you pull ingredients out of all these different experiences to create something new, something great. So much so that you can ascribe it to yourself and say that this was me, that I put this together, but it was really life bringing you through all these events, and it shows you this masterpiece, and that is the will of God. So I didn't even say any of that, but I will probably listen to this one because I did meditate today for 3 minutes, and when I started the meditation it was at 1:44, and I normally meditate for 2 minutes, but I decided to do 3 minutes just in case I needed to stretch a little bit. And I sit down and I set the timer for 3 minutes, and the 3 minutes just like disappears. Like I didn't even get to think about anything before the timer was going off. And I was wondering if it was the laptop because I set the timer on my laptop, and I'm like, oh my, that was really fast. I don't even think that that's the timer. It must be something else, but it was the timer. And I got that little bit of clarity just to bring me into the now. Because I was supposed to, well, I've been trying to make an effort to go to the park every day, but it's getting cold now, and I really don't want to go outside unless I have, adequate attire. That's a whole thing of itself. But then I see this video about the separation from ego and entering into the flow state. So the default of life is meant to be abundance, peace, and abundance and peace. That's what I know for sure. But there are these other things that come up. I don't know where they come from, but since they deviate from what you have, it does look like something that needs exploration. Actually, I think that's all I got. But day 25, crazy. 5 days left. I've got good things planned. I've got good moves. So, oh, and I hope you guys liked that edit yesterday. That, I don't even know where that come from. I just got the random idea to just start filming little B-roll sections and then compiled it all together, put the song together with the new number that just dropped, and it's all good. See you later.